welcome on into the Utah Blockcast. I'm Steve Bartle, Utah Insider for KSL Sports. Good to be with you on a Friday, and this is a big Friday because this is the Friday before the Holy War. And looking forward to the game. Obviously, a lot of coverage around the game, a lot of talk, a lot of conversation, and really looking forward to this matchup between Utah and BYU. Obviously, biggest game in quite a long time. A lot of implications, a lot of potential impact here for both programs. So this is a big one, and really excited for that game to kick off tomorrow night down in Provo. But tonight is also fun because there will be an exhibition game between the Runnin Utes and the Nevada Wolfpack. Man, that was really hard to say for me for some reason. But this is first opportunity for Utah fans to get a look at the Alex Jensen era. And I think this is a really fun opportunity for fans. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. at the John M. Huntsman Center. So if you're in Salt Lake, you're a Utah fan, get your butt to the John M. Huntsman Center tonight. Like I said, this is obviously it's just an exhibition game, but it's a chance to see the foundation of a program, a new regime, a new era for Utah with Alex Jensen at the helm. And if you watched their episode this week, Team Together episode, which is a little docu-series type of thing that the program is doing, it's been fantastic. They've dropped 2 episodes prior to this week's. And what was interesting about this week's Team Together episode was it was primarily centered around the Huntsmans. And it was a lot of fun to hear from them, really interesting to hear from them and their commitment to the program. I think that's a telling sign of sort of the interest and the re-engaged reconnection with that era, the Rick Majerus era, the Alex Jensen era as a player. And now that he's at the helm, I'm really interested, really excited to see what sort of impact that is going to have on Utah basketball. So this is your first opportunity to get a look at an entirely new team, an entirely new program, and just a new brand of basketball, which, hearing from Alex Jensen this week, it sounds like, he wants to take it back to the old era, to his era as a player, and recommit to a lot of those things that made those Runnin Utes teams great. And I think that's exciting. So obviously, for Utah, they are in year one of a complete tear down to the studs type of rebuild. And this is going to be a long-term process. And that's the sort of vision and approach that Alex Jensen has brought to the program and to the university with his vision for the future. He wants to build for the future, and he wants to do it the right way. So today on this episode and later tonight, we'll get a look at the team, and we'll have plenty of conversation from the game tonight. But just want to take a look at the program, the sort of some of the expectations, the matchup tonight, and just have a quick conversation about the Runnin Utes. So again, 7 p.m. tonight, that's tip-off, free, totally free at the John M. Huntsman Center. So I hope to see a lot of fans there. And, with Alex Jensen, he obviously comes to Utah, back to Utah as a coach this time, spent a ton of time in the NBA as an assistant coach with the Utah Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks. And that's really, really valuable for Jensen coming here, because both of those organizations, and obviously I know the Utah Jazz, a lot of us being Jazz fans, we know that the culture is in a very different place right now. But when Jensen was here under Quinn Snyder, they had that thing humming, and they had a strong winning culture, an identity on the defensive side of the ball, and, played a lot of really great basketball, for an extended period of time. And then going to Dallas and being part of the staff that went to the finals with Luka Doncic under Jason Kidd. It sounds like Alex was a really integral part of that coaching staff there. So to gain that experience in both organizations, Jensen has brought that sort of pro-style mindset to the program. And, we had an opportunity to watch 10 minutes of practice, and it wasn't much. I think we saw in total about 2 plays. So not a whole lot to take away in terms of the product on the court. But afterwards, we had an opportunity to listen to Alex Jensen from afar, and the way that he talked to his team. You can tell that there is what's the right way to put it? He's going to get the job done. The right way to put it is that great command of the huddle, spoke with precision in terms of what he expected, set clear, concise expectations for his players in the message that he was trying to get across to them. And I think having that sort of clarity and that sort of coaching is going to benefit this group a lot. So, I think there's a lot of interest about what this team is going to look like. And obviously, given just the size of this team and some of the athletic traits that these guys possess, I think we're all sort of coming into this expecting a pretty high pace, up tempo, pick and roll movement type of action on offense, specifically with players having the freedom to create. I think what's going to be really interesting and maybe something that I think will look quite different is the tempo in which the ball moves, not just with ball handlers, but passing and moving the ball back and forth, side to side. That was something that even in those 10 minutes I picked up on watching that team, is just the ball movement, the precision in what they were trying to do, and the shots that they were trying to create. There was purpose, and there was, again, just an up-tempo brand of basketball. So I excited to get a first look at this offense and what that's going to look like with these athletes and the talented players that they have on that side of the ball. But then defensively too, really, really interested to see how this team competes on the defensive end of the floor. Again, this group isn't the biggest, but it is athletic. And for every time we've talked to these players, they've all talked about the defensive buy-in that they have to have, that they know they have to have, and to compete with grit, with a competitive fire. And I think that's going to be interesting to see how they defend, given the lack of size that they have. And, Nevada is going to present a nice little challenge. This is a team that's had a lot of success in recent years. They've been to the NCAA tournament. They've been to the NIT. They have good size. They have good athletes. It's a good program there in Nevada. And so this is going to be a pretty competitive exhibition game, in my opinion. Now, before we continue the conversation, I want to share an interview we had. We had media availability this week with Alex Jensen and also with Terrance Brown and Seydou Traore. And so I want to go ahead. I want to play that here for you guys. So here is our media availability with Terrance and with Seydou. And I think, you can tell they want to see fans tonight. So here, I'll just get to this here.
Get to start exhibition play this week. What's just that opportunity to be able to play a team instead of playing yourself at this point?
Okay, it's definitely exciting. We put a lot of work this summer. Just on and off the court. Just being mentally ready for it. So I think it's definitely gonna be an exciting game. I think the fans should just come out, come support us. Definitely a new team, new staff. Got a big one for you guys on Friday.
I'm definitely excited just because, I'm being new here to Utah, definitely seeing the fans all around campus, all around the city, and just being able to play in front of them instead of practicing in an empty gym and hearing ourselves every day and playing against each other. We finally get to come out and execute against another team and just show the fans what everybody has been excited for this new season.
What are you guys kind of hoping to get out of this first exhibition game?
I think mainly just
chemistry.
I think just going out there, like he said, playing against each other, empty gym, just getting out there and finally playing against other people. I think just having fun.
Yeah, I'd definitely say chemistry, starting to gel. We're playing against each other, but we're also, playing in practice, you're playing with each other, but you're also playing against each other. So going out against another team and playing all as one and being able to know what you're bringing to the team and you guys have to put into to win and, be a team together, as Coach says, and just play in front of everybody, obviously,
Coach Jensen really emphasized team together after practice to you guys. What does it mean? What does that mean to you guys, team together?
Really just, a lot of teams that I were on in the past, we'll go into the huddle and like timeouts or something, you'll say something different every single time, like defense or win or something like that. He feels like team together is all in one. So all of the things that you say in a huddle, like team defense on three, that should all be in team together. So like if we're all putting one into team together, that means you're putting all your pride aside and you're buying in on defense, winning, everything. So that's really what he prides himself on, team together, and us really buying into that.
A lot of people aren't going to know a lot of who you guys are since it's such a brand new team, so many new pieces. What would you describe this team to be, knowing that there's still more to come from you?
I would definitely say the team's scrappy. We're really scrappy, physical. Coach really prides us on playing defense the right way, playing with our hands. Obviously, we're in the Big 12 Power 4 conference, so it's going to be physical, but it's also you got to play the right way and play without getting fouls, So that's really what we pride ourselves on, and then playing defense the right way is going to lead to us getting good offensive baskets and good offense.
I think definitely a big emphasis on being scrappy. I definitely feel like we all play hard, so I think fans come out, they're going to love that about us, so everybody just got to come show love.
Yeah, questions? Just the level of competition that you guys will have in these exhibition games. You've got Nevada, Oregon, a couple of teams that have made the NCAAs in recent years. Just how will that be able to help you guys get ready for the season?
I think it would definitely help us start early. So when we need to reach our peak, I think we'll reach it really soon. So I think just starting with these level of competitions and level of play early is good for us.
I would say just holding every team to the same standard, not looking at a team as a mid-major. We got a lot of those in the beginning of the season, so just really looking at every team as the same and not underestimating any team and approaching every game like we're trying to go to the NCAA tournament. So really just coming in, buying in every day in practice and buying in on the scout and then executing in the games.
All right, so there you have it. That was Terrance Brown, Seydou Traore, and obviously you can hear, in their comments, trying to approach this season with the right mindset and in so many different ways. And I think, it's just going to be really, really interesting to see what this team looks like on the floor. What is the tempo like? What is the ball movement like? What does the offense look like? How are they going to defend? Those are going to be things that I think you can come away with a better idea in an exhibition like this against Nevada, who, again, has found success in recent years. So this is going to be a good opportunity for the Runnin Utes, for Utah fans to get a look at this team and a look at the new era under Alex Jensen. Now, with this new era, obviously competing in the Big 12, it's a very competitive league. And, Houston, BYU, two programs at the top this year, Kansas State, Arizona, and, so many programs in this league, just among the top in the country. So Utah, there's work to be done to close that gap from where they are now to where they can be at the top of this conference, but a lot of work to do. And so coming into Jensen's first year, the Big 12 just dropped their preseason polls, and Utah was pegged number 13 in the Big 12 conference. And in my opinion, that's exactly where I would have voted them. I think this is a team that clearly has upgraded talent, has upgraded their athleticism, which I think was the biggest issue for last year's team was they just weren't where they needed to be athletically. So I think this squad is a better fit for the athleticism in this league. But obviously, there's not a lot of production with the group coming in, but I think there's a lot of potential. And so for Alex Jensen and his staff, it's about, getting these guys to reach their potential and to make progress towards their ceiling. That's what this season is going to be about. It's about laying the foundation of your program, of your culture, your identity, and building towards year 2 and year 3. So that's going to be the big thing here. And again, like I mentioned with Big 12 preseason polls, that means Media Day is right around the corner. And I am actually going to be there in Kansas City next week to take in Big 12 Media Days for both the women's and basketball programs. So I'm really excited to get out to Kansas City. It's my first trip out there. I'm excited for some Kansas City barbecue. I've gotten lots of recommendations. I'm excited to hit up the spots. But man, I'm excited to hear from this squad. Where Utah is going to send out Keanu Dawes and James Okonkwo as their representatives for the program, along with Alex Jensen. And then the women will be sending out Maddie Wilkie and oh shoot, I'm blanking. Lena White with Coach Peterson there, and so really excited to hear from them as well. So Tuesday will be the women's media day, and then Wednesday will be the men's media day. Really excited for the opportunity to be out there. So thank you to KSL Sports, obviously providing the opportunity to send us out there. Both me and Mitch will be out there. So really excited for that as well. So again, with Utah, a lot to learn about this team. It is going to be, tough in the Big 12 this year, but I think there's a lot of really exciting pieces here that Jensen can build with moving forward. And I think tonight with a free exhibition, it's a great opportunity for fans to get that first look at this new team, this new program, and new era of Runnin Utes basketball. I think it was David Huntsman that said it best. This is potentially a resurgence, a renaissance of Utah basketball, and I think that is really exciting stuff to hear. So looking forward to seeing the team in action tonight. If you're there, please make sure to come say hi, say what's up. I always enjoy meeting up with the fans and having conversation with them. Really looking forward to getting back up to the Huntsman this season with Jensen at the helm and having those conversations with a lot of fans that have been around the program for a lot of years, just to get their thoughts and ideas on this new era. So looking forward to tonight. Again, if you've missed anything, I've got a lot of episodes coming out today. So I know it's crazy. The BYU game tomorrow. Looking forward to that as well. But a lot of content coming out today, Friday, and I appreciate everybody that's supported, that's listened, and really looking forward to tonight and also again tomorrow. So that'll do it for me on this episode. Appreciate everybody. I'll be signing off.